removed my Romanesco and my cauliflower. Unfortunately, that is the issue with planting winter-loving plants late, is that they might bolt. And they did bolt. Not all of them, but some of them have, and left one Romanesco. I do want to save possibly some seeds if I can. And even my cabbage. I have cabbage that I'm growing. I grew late. I wanted to try. You know, I've never grown winter vegetables before. This was my first season, and it's always fun to experiment as a gardener in your own area to see how things grow. In order to have a head, you need them to be more compact, and when I realized they weren't going to be compact, I thought it was time to remove them and make room for the next seasonal plants. So here we are. Now that we have more space in the garden, I'm going to ruffle up the soil and where the plants were. This just means that I'll have room for my basil. Basil gets decently sized in its full growth. It'll need some space as well. The cabbage will be removed once it's done and can't take the heat as well. I'll use up the leaves in the kitchen. The arugula is doing quite well, my spinach as well. So I'm not worried too much about the smaller plants. I'm worried more about the cold-loving plants. Once these are removed, I'll have more space for more basil. I love cooking throughout summer with all my basil, saving pesto over winter. So that is not an issue. But I do have more space now, which means the basil I bought, I'll have more space for this. I can add these in the ground now that I've removed the others, and as well as I'm going to add these today into the ground. I really wanted some ranunculus. Ranunculus have been a favorite for me for a long time. Just like poppies, I've always loved ranunculus secretly, and I thought since I have some soil, I have some area to grow them, I'm going to take advantage of that and I'm going to grow them. So I did go to Green Acres and I did buy some. I'm going to remove these and allow the little sprouts to have time to get happy, as well as the roots, so that when I transplant these into the ground, they'll be absolutely happy. That's going into the kitchen, and we're going to cook some food with that. That's not going to any waste. And also, I was going to share, this is the only lettuce that I have left. Being that it's my first real year of growing vegetables in the garden, this was all I managed to grow. When I tried to grow lettuce in here, it didn't work out. The slugs just ate everything. But they didn't manage to get this. I don't know if it's because of the texture on the pot. They just couldn't manage to get inside. I think I found maybe 2 slugs. So I was able to grow this lettuce, and I mean, at least I grew this. I couldn't grow anything in the veggie bed. They would just get eaten alive. The dill and lettuce just fully eaten, nothing left. This was all I had left, nothing else. The romaine and the butter lettuce in here. Any lettuce besides romaine that I grew in here was fully eaten. There was nothing left of it. So time to put some basil in here. And it's so hot today. Honestly, it went being from 60 degrees to 70 in 2 days. It's gotten really hot, and it's getting time, which is telling me that it's soon time for tomatoes. I have to say, I'm not even sure what color these will be. These are all just, I put them in the ground. They look all the same at one time, but it just changes. It's looking hot pink on the outside, orange on the inside. This one's a yellow. This one is for sure a bubblegum hot pink. That's what I can call it. Bubblegum hot pink. They are so beautiful. The orange, the absolute salmon orange on this one. I absolutely love the color of the orange, the hot pink, and then this one. What do I describe this as? Like a neon orange, really. I think because it goes from hot pink to orange, it gives off this neon color to it. So I'm going to start putting the basil on the ground, and I'll get to the ranunculus. There. So I moved the purple a little bit more forward. I do plan on adding more flowers throughout in these bald spots. So for now, this is what it looks like. So now that my plants are gone, I'm going to add some basil. This is from Green Acres. Isley's is a nursery in Auburn, California, that they bought out and is now growing their plants still, which I love. I do love the fact that Isley's is still growing for them. So I have here some of my older basil I put in already. I have one going in here, the new one, and then I put one here. This is an older one. That's the new one, a little clump, a new clump, and that clump, and that clump. Can I just say, this is already brightening my day, just seeing the colors in the garden. I can't wait to see the delphinium adding color to the garden. It's going to add so much color. Being that they're blue, purple, or white. That one is baby blue, so I already know the color of that. I plan on adding yarrow as well. That's going to add some beautiful colors, especially when these go out. I'll add those there. And the daisies. The daisies will go, the calendula will take over, the yarrow will flower, the lavender will flower, and the delphinium will flower, which means I will be adding something throughout, which will also be flowering, theoretically. So this is what's going on here. Realistic little BTS behind the scenes of what I'm doing. I need to sweep all this loveliness out. And I need to water this. I noticed already the chart is looking sad. It's saying, please water me. So I need to water today. The heat of the day is definitely, you can feel it. I'm feeling it, so I imagine the plants are. Don't mind the burn in my hand. I just harvested some kale. I wanted them to bunch out, and I noticed that I just watered a little bit yesterday, and how hot it gets to the point where the plants are a little stressed. So when I have the tomatoes here, that should help a little bit, hopefully. And I was going to show you the update on my Brussels sprouts. They are doing okay, but I still see another flower head, more flowers. I need to stop that from happening. Yeah, I got my harvest, take it inside. I'm going to put it in a jar and in some water so that I can use it when I need it.